Welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and I'm glad to be joined here by Captain Brennan Mathern with the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. Thank you very much for joining us, Captain.
Thanks for having us.
All right. It's my understanding that you have an update to an armed robbery that had happened, previous this year. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Yeah, well, first I'll take you back to April of last year, 2023, and that's when this all started. There was an armed robbery in the cutoff area. You had a couple that approached an ATM, and when they got their money, they were approached by a car that immediately pulled up. Two masked men armed with handguns pulled out, demanded the money. They then left the scene. We investigated that and ultimately identified Eddie Coleman Jr. and Jose Williams Jr. as the two suspects in that particular crime. Immediately, we were able to get Eddie Coleman Jr. into custody. He was actually booked in May of 2023. And while we had a warrant issued for Jose Williams Jr., we were unable to locate him until yesterday. So on Tuesday morning, we had, and then that's typically how these things go down. He was not at his address that we had on file for him, and we were unable to locate him in any other manner. Well, apparently he had set up shop at another location in Cutoff, and we found out about his location due to an animal complaint. Our deputies responded to that animal complaint where a couple of pit bulls had gotten loose in a neighborhood in Cutoff down East 58th Street. And when we responded, we identified those animals as belonging to Williams, and we located him and made the arrest. Now, as it is in many situations, he wasn't willing to give up without a fight. He had been on the run for the better part of a year and trying to avoid arrest. So he did attempt to flee, but deputies were able to quickly get him into custody. We then applied for a search warrant, and through that search of his house and of his car, we located firearms, we located drugs, and a number of electronic devices, all of which we are now processing as evidence in the armed robbery as well as potential other crimes. So far, he's been booked on the charge we had outstanding for him, but he's probably going to remain in jail. His bail is set at $1 million for the armed robbery with a firearm charge, and that'll give us time to process the rest of this evidence and bring additional charges against Mr. Williams.
Yeah, well, it sounds good that, of course, he's innocent until proven guilty, but, a bail at, $1 million certainly that sends a message. I mean, that's one thing that, is always taken serious by law enforcement in the court system is armed robbery. A lot of people, don't realize just how serious that is because things just quickly, turn very, very bad.
And the key here is that this is not something that happens very often in Lafourche Parish, where you have that people are victim of random acts of violence and violent crime. This is very rare. So we're glad that the entire justice system is seeing that and holding them accountable thus far with this high bond. But certainly when you look at, whether it's murder or armed robbery like this, rape, any type of violent crime, most of the time, a very high percentage of the time, the suspect knows the victim or there's some type of connection there. It is extremely rare that you have a situation where a victim is completely unknown and completely random to the suspect. So we definitely, are concerned about any crime that happens like that because they are so rare in Lafourche Parish. Not rare when you go in other places and maybe in some larger cities, you have the potential for that. But that's what we pride ourselves on, that we believe for the most part that people are going to be safe and not fall victim to random acts of violence. So when we have something like that occur, we definitely take it seriously.
Yes, and this community is our home, and if you can't feel safe in your home, where can you feel safe at? And it's certainly good to have someone like that off the street or individuals like that off the street. Now, we did just go through, you know, a New Year's celebration. Can you tell us, you know, just in the general sense, how did, I guess, the New Year end? Was there, I guess, New Year begin with New Year's Day? Was it a fairly low-key night around Lafourche Parish, or were they any more incidents than normal?
No, for the most part, you know, a lot of the complaints we get involve firework complaints, or, you know, we'll obviously have additional deputies on the road watching for drunk drivers. But all in all, pretty, you know, we made a handful of arrests here and there, but all in all, pretty, you know, we went into 2024 pretty uneventfully, and hopefully that can stay that way as we continue into the year.
Yeah. We got a long way to go. We got 12 months, but I got faith in the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Department that they can certainly help keep crime low in this area like they've done in the past. And we certainly thank you for coming on and give us an update, and we wish y'all continued success, and we thank y'all for everything y'all do for this area.
As always, we appreciate the opportunity to keep the community informed.
All righty. Thanks, Captain. And stay tuned for more local stories right here on HTV.